Not sure. Okay, answer in the comments. And so we will talk about adverbs and do a review of all the other parts of speech. If possible, we will get people onto the stage so they can talk to me and all the other students just to practice the English as much as possible. Okay, no one is here yet. Let me send a message on Hello Talk. Okay, so I'm trying to wait for people to turn up for today's live stream. I don't think we have many people, but we have at least one student. Nisha, how are you, Nisha? If Nisha or anyone else would like to come on stage, send me a message so we can get you into the studio and people can see you or at least hear you. Okay, so today's live stream topic is adverbs. Okay, so I just want to start with a review of the different parts of speech. So the different kinds of words in English, which include adverbs. Okay, let's start at the beginning of the list. So, oh, yeah, different grammar people have different ideas. I think the best list will include 9 parts of speech. So Nisha is having dinner. I hope you're enjoying your dinner. What are you having? This nasi goreng. Is that Indonesian food? I was there only for a week and a half. I can't remember the names of the dishes. What are the 9 parts of speech? Who can remind me? Maybe Nisha can remind me, having whilst she has had dinner. Oh, a new picture, Nisha. Oh, what's that? Some kind of cartoon there. 9 parts of speech. Can anyone remind me? I know you know, Nisha, but maybe you can tell the other people in the audience. Yes, nasi goreng is Indonesian food. Yeah, I thought I remember that. I can't remember what it is. I remember enjoying the food there when I was briefly there just for like a week. Okay, 9 parts of speech. Well, I will just do this on my own, I suppose. So we have nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, determiners, pronouns, and interjections. So, yeah, we talked about nouns last time. They are the things in simple English. Verbs are the actions or states, and we've done many live streams about them, and we spend a lot of time in grammar books talking about verbs. So we're leaving verbs, and we've done adjectives. So I thought it was the turn today of adverbs. Let's look at adverbs. What is an adverb? Nisha, do you remember how we explain what an adverb is? Okay, let's see what Cambridge Dictionary says. An adverb is a word which gives more information about verbs, adjectives, other adverbs, clauses, or a whole sentence. So they do lots of things. Many people think they describe verbs. They do, but they can also describe adjectives and other adverbs, and they can describe clauses, which is a part of a sentence or a whole sentence. So they do lots of different things. And we have lots of different kinds of adverbs. Nisha, do you remember the different kinds of adverbs we talked about? You've put some into your chat. Let's put the chat on the screen. Adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency, adverbs of degree, comparative, superlative. Yeah, whoops. Just giving the answers away there. Yes, these are some different kinds. And what does it all mean? Let's have a look. Adverbs of manner. So, how something is performed. Can you give me an example? Okay, I think I need to go into my classroom now. Let me get my classroom up. Where are we? Here we go. Here's my classroom. Adverbs of manner. What is your example, Nisha? Adverb of manner. How we do something. Let's just see what Nisha has written. Okay, you haven't given an example. Softly, good. Okay, let's just write that in the book. And your sentence is she spoke softly. She spoke softly, like that. It means like speaking quietly. Okay, so adverbs of manner. My example is John plays the guitar badly. I asked the computer, chat GPT, please give me examples. So the 5 most used adverbs of manner are quickly, slowly, carefully, easily, well. We also have some more. All of these ones are very commonly used adverbs of manner. How you do something. Okay, answers in the comments. Give me some sentences. Nisha, do you speak softly? Oh, you can't see. Yeah, no, I can't see it either. Sorry, I didn't share it. Can you see it now? So I think we've moved. No, sorry, wrong one. That was the PPT. Now we want the classroom. Can you see my classroom now, Nisha? So you should see me, my camera, and then my classroom with the PPT in my classroom. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to share. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, so carefully. What's something you do carefully? It's a good idea to drive carefully so you don't have an accident. What is something you do quickly, Nisha? Do you read quickly? I hope you don't drive quickly or fast. Yeah, what's something you do quickly? What's something I do quickly? I don't know. I eat quickly. People say I eat too quickly. People say you should eat slowly. It is better for your health. Nisha, you run quickly, do you? I run quickly while chasing robbers. I hope that's not a real life situation. Nisha runs quickly. Okay, how do you do different things? What is something you do well? Nisha, do you speak English well? I hope I speak English well. I've been speaking English for many years now. I started speaking English when I was about 3. So I like to think I'm now an expert and I speak English well. Nisha says no. I think she means she doesn't speak English well. What is something you do quietly? When I was younger, I used to come home very quietly back in the middle of the night when my parents were asleep. Nisha says her English is still at B2 level, upper intermediate. What is something you do gently? They say you should hold a baby gently. Bravely. Have you ever done something bravely? Any brave actions? For example, he bravely stroked the lion's mane. That's like the lion's hair. Maybe you could use the adverb stupidly, depending on your opinion. Okay, Nisha, what was the next adverb category? Do you remember? Let me check my list. So we've done adverbs of manner. Computer says adverbs of place. Nisha, can you give me an example adverb of place? Yeah, careful with the spelling, not bravely. I bravely climbed the mountain. Yes, adverb will not be followed by a infinitive. It will be followed by the what's it called? The finite form of the verb. In this example, I think you want the past simple. I bravely climbed a mountain. You say I bravely climbed a 3,000-meter high mountain. Can you correct your sentence for me, Nisha? Okay. Anyone else in the classroom? I see. Well, there were 2 eyes. Now there's just 1 eye again. Okay. What was I talking about? The next thing was adverb of place. Who can give me an adverb of place? Can you, Nisha? Yes, what's an adverb of place? Yeah, nearby. So quite simple. It just says where something is the location. Who lives nearby you? My parents they live about 10 minutes walk from my house. Do your parents live nearby, Nisha? Or do they live a long way away? Adverbs of place are to describe where the action happens, says Nisha. Yeah, let's see what computer says. Let's go back to my classroom. Here is one I made earlier. Oh, Whoops, sorry. A bad teacher. I forgot my example sentences, adverbs of manner. John badly drives. Correct or incorrect? Answers in the comments. John badly drives. I live with my mum. So your mum lives very nearby in the same house. Yes, incorrect. Can you give me the correct sentence, Nisha, to be the A student? Yes. So the adverb was the correct form, but it was in the wrong position. So they should go after the verb or object. Alice Goodley speaks English. Is this okay? Or is this strange? Is this wrong? All right. Do we have a correction? John, Alice Goodley speaks English. What is the correct form? Alice speaks English goodly. Nisha, are you sure? What is the adverb form of good? So this is an irregular adverb, I suppose, because it's not formed by adding ly to the adjective. No, I think you're joking, Nisha. It's, well, Alice speaks English well. Roger opened his present happily. Correct or incorrect? Yeah, good. Nisha, remember your capitals. Alice gets a capital, English gets a capital. Just if I'm going to be an English teacher. Roger opened his present happily. Correct. Okay, so usually they go at after the verb or after the object. I wrote that somewhere. Okay, and then we move on to next. What was next? Adverbs of place. For example, she is sitting there. Okay, Chat GPT gave me the 5 most common adverbs of place: here, there, near, abroad, outside, but there are many more you can see on the slide. These are also very commonly used adverbs of place, and they generally go at the end of the sentence. Okay, where are you in your house, Nisha? Are you upstairs or downstairs? Are you inside or outside, upstairs or downstairs? At the moment, I am. Where am I? I'm inside and I'm downstairs. Okay, can anyone give me any adverb or adverb of place sentences? I haven't been outside yet today. I have been inside all day. The day looks quite nice. Maybe I will go out later. Nisha, have you been outside today? I hope so. Home is a common adverb. So, yeah, people often make this mistake. They add a preposition. They go, I go to home. You don't need the preposition. You just say, I go home. Use it like an adverb. I went to the supermarket. Good. So, Nisha has been outside today, abroad. Okay. I asked before in the other lesson, has anyone been abroad yet this year? I have not been abroad yet this year. That means to another country. Nisha, are you still the only student? I can see some more eyes in the live stream, but no more people in the comments. Okay, anyone want to come on stage? If you want to come on stage, put up, let me know, and I will send you the backstage link. Okay, so we're doing adverbs. So far today, we've done adverbs of manner and adverbs of place. The next kind is adverbs of time. Can anyone give me an adverb of time? Answers in the comments. Okay, no responses. So this is quite simple. Yeah, now I think is a nice. Oh, okay, soon. Yeah, so these are similar to frequency, but a bit different. So soon is a good time adverb. Okay, what did we say for place? Yeah, for example, inside. Let's have a look at some examples. Adverbs of place. So the 5 most common adverbs of place are here, there, near, abroad, and outside. Sorry, we're doing adverbs of time. The 5 most common adverbs of time are now, then, today, yesterday, and already. But lots of others. We can use more unusual ones like immediately or eventually, recently. Do you know these ones? Okay, starting with now. What's everyone doing now? Nisha is eating dinner. Are you eating your dinner? I called my dinner yesterday. So yesterday can be used as an adverb of time. Ever is a fun one. Ever is for the present perfect tense for experience. Ever. Nisha, have you ever been to England? I think Nisha said no, she has never been to England. So ever is a word which talks about your full life experience, the opposite of never. Nisha hasn't ever been to England. Okay, eventually it's on her bucket list. So eventually is a fun word. This is something that you will do maybe in the future, but after a long time. What can I say eventually? Yeah, I think eventually I will have a million YouTube subscribers, maybe not, but eventually I will have many subscribers to my channel and I will be quite successful. So that means a long time after now. Do you think you will eventually go to England, Nisha? Or do you think you will never go? Okay, immediately. So that means quick time. That's right. It will come true. Immediately. So immediately after this lesson, I think I'm going to have something to eat. I haven't eaten for many hours. What are you going to do immediately after this live stream, Nisha? Okay, let's move on to the next kind of adverb. Let's go back to my classroom. Yes, so these are quite popular ones to teach and learn adverbs of frequency, how often something happens. And you might remember these from your present simple lessons, how often you do something. So, number one, all the time, 100% would be always. Let's get my pen here. Oh, where's my red teacher's pen? Okay, less often than always is less often than always will be often, maybe. I don't know how to put percentage numbers for these. Often, I don't know. Roughly 80% maybe, or 70% plus, we'll call it. Roughly. There's no science here. Often, what's often? Okay. Maybe roughly 50% of the time. Plus sometimes less than 50%. Never 0%. How often do you do things? What do I do? I often play my guitar. Okay, example sentences in the comments. How often do people do things? Nisha rarely watches TV. That's good. Good student. I will prepare for bed. I think you mean immediately after the lesson, adverb of frequency. Sorry. Yeah, adverb of time. Okay, adverb of frequency. Nisha rarely watches TV. That means not very often at all. What is something? Oh, Risa. Hello, Risa. Sorry, I was confusing Risa and Nisha. Nisha, are you in Indonesia or India? I know, Risa, you're in Indonesia. It's okay. Risa, you can help us out. We're doing adverbs. An example sentence is adverbs of frequency. How often do you do things? Unfortunately, I seldom go to the gym these days. Seldom. It's a fun adverb, quite unusual. It means kind of like rarely. Irregular. So not all adverbs use ly. Okay, so you're both in Indonesia. I don't think you're in the same part. I know Indonesia is very big. Yeah, Risa, how often do you do things? And there are more unusual adverbs. A frequency you can try and use if you want to get bonus points periodically. I don't know what that means. It should really mean like regularly, like a periodical magazine. But it kind of means is often used to mean like sometimes, periodically. You often play badminton. Let me see if I can get an example from the internet. Periodically. What is something you do periodically? From occasionally is the synonym from Cambridge Dictionary. I guess a different definition here. In a way which is repeated after a particular period of time. The equipment should be tested periodically. Yeah, as you can see, I don't use that word often. Maybe I use it periodically. Risa often plays badminton. What does Nisha often do? What does Nisha occasionally do? What does Nisha always do? I think Nisha usually comes to, or certainly often comes to my live stream. She usually comes to at least one live stream a week, which is good. Annually, that's a fun adverb. That means something you do once a year. Anything you do annually? I open Christmas presents annually, once a year. Okay, shall we move on? I often play free fire game. What do you mean free fire game, Nisha? Is that a computer game? Okay, let's move on. What is the next adverb category? Computer says the next adverb category is adverb of purpose. Okay, I didn't actually make a full slide for this one. For example, any adverbs of purpose? Answers in the comments. Sorry, sir, if I don't answer you, my internet is lagging, says Nisha. Okay, no problem. Maybe that is because of your bad weather at the moment. Yeah, these are often given a different category, aren't they? But we can call them adverbs due to is the most simple one for the reason I went to the bank to get some money out. I started to learn English to meet new friends, maybe. Okay, that was quite simple. I didn't actually prepare a slide for that, sorry, so I'll just move on. So then we also have adverbs of certainty. Should we do these ones next? How certain something is, or how certain you are about something or an action that you will do in the future. So usually used with the future tense here. I will definitely go to the gym tomorrow. 100%. It should be 100%. Probably is likely less than 100%, but more than 50%. So probably higher if we were to give a percentage like 70. Okay, so yeah, undoubtedly and certainly are more about when we talk about how true we think something is. So undoubtedly you think it's completely true. So, for example, Vincent van Gogh is undoubtedly the best painter ever. So that's we think it's something which is completely true. Okay, definitely. What is something that you will definitely do? We will all definitely die, sadly. Nisha will probably come next. They will probably come next June. Yeah, so that means there is quite a high chance that this will happen. It could possibly rain tomorrow. Yes, so that means there is a chance, but maybe it is not very likely. Okay, probably. I will probably go to the gym this weekend. I'd say 60 to 70%. I will definitely win the game competition. So you are very certain about that, Nisha? Yes, what? 100%? Is this true? Are you some kind of gamer, Nisha, or are these just imaginary sentences? I don't know. Yes. Adverbs of certainty. Let's move on. So I can get something to eat. Adverbs of degree. So that's the intensity of something. So a little bit or a lot. So for example, very, to, quite, almost, enough. Yeah, so these I think will describe adjectives usually, won't they? My coffee is too hot. So something, when something is more than you want, we say too. I think nobody is too good at English, but you could be too something. I don't know what you could be too of. The weather could be too hot. You can be too lazy to learn English. Learning English is quite difficult, Risa. Not very difficult. Nisha was too tired to work. Yes. Almost. What is something you can almost do? I can almost speak French. That's maybe my best foreign language. which is something which you can nearly do. You almost your level is close to this, but you are not perfect. Almost. You almost spilt your tea. Okay, that's a good almost. You didn't want that action to happen. I think you want past simple there, Risa. This is a past action. Why did you almost spill your tea? That could have been very bad. Watching the live stream, you spilt the tea on the computer. You could have killed your computer. You almost forgot your birthday. Luckily, the internet usually helps us not forget people's birthdays these days with all the reminders. Okay, so there we go. Adverbs of degree. Very quite to, and then there's more advanced ones like you can say incredibly or extremely or something like that. Let's move on to another type of adverb, shall we? Let's continue. Adverbs of comment, what you think about something. For example, unfortunately, the donut shop was closed. Unfortunately means that's a bad thing that you didn't want. No one wants the donut shop to be closed. Unless you are a donut, I suppose. Nisha almost forgot her your birthday. Yeah, we saw that sentence. So adverbs of comment. I was going to go running yesterday, but unfortunately, who can finish my sentence? Luckily, I found you. I was going to go running, but unfortunately, it was raining, so I couldn't go. Luckily. The lion started walking towards me, but luckily, who can finish this sentence? The lion started walking towards me, but luckily, what happened? Any ideas? I don't know if you would be good if a lion arrived. Someone help me. Luckily, the lion wasn't hungry. The lion had already had a big dinner of steak and chips and didn't want any more food. Luckily. So when a good thing happens, which helps you. Frankly, Nisha, yeah, you like this adverb. It's quite an unusual one these days. It's kind of honestly, like honestly, but maybe a kind of honesty which people don't like because it's quite direct. Yeah, I think Nisha has finished my sentence. The lion started walking towards me, but luckily the zookeeper took the lion back into its cage. Yeah, that would be very lucky. What was my answer? My end of the sentence was the lion wasn't hungry because he had already had his dinner. Maybe he had had nasi goreng if he was an Indonesian lion. Okay. Or sausage and chips if he was an English lion. Okay. Obviously, it's quite a fun one. So, this means when it's something that we all know is very clear, we don't really need to say. Okay. For example, I asked my cat what she wanted for dinner, but she didn't answer me, obviously. Why do we say obviously? Why didn't the cat answer? Do we know this word, Nisha? Obviously. I asked my cat what she wanted for dinner, but she didn't answer me, obviously. Obviously, because she can't talk, because she's a cat. And I don't think there are any cats in the world who can talk. There are actually some birds, some parrots that can talk. Well, they can make human noises, but I don't think they can really have a conversation. They can't say anything which makes sense. They can just like copy you. So cats can't talk. So we say obviously. Let's move on to another one. Yeah, I'll just quickly do this. So remember we did comparative and superlative adjectives. You can also have comparative and superlative adverbs. So remember, for example, Mary is taller than Jane. Comparative adjective. Comparative adverb is when we compare two things, but we use instead an adverb. Okay, can anyone give me a comparative adverb sentence? Answers in the comments. More, most. Ha ha ha, says Nisha. What are you laughing at, Nisha? The cat picture. You're laughing at cats. Okay. Yeah, comparative adverb sentence. Anyone? So get adverb 1 and compare it with, no, I think you just need one adverb, but compare two things. She runs faster than her brother. Good, Nisha. I think I said in the earlier live stream, I think superlative adverbs are actually quite unusual, but you can use them. So let's just remind ourselves of superlative adjectives. Maybe if we use the adjective tool again. Mary is the tallest student, maybe in the school. Who could give me a comparative adverb sentence? Yeah, as I said, I mean, this is possible, but I don't like them. This is not really the way I speak. What are the adjectives for the comparative, says Nisha. What do you mean? You can use any adjective you want as a comparative. Yeah, you can compare many things. Anything, I don't know. Stronger, smellier, older. Okay, so a superlative one. So what would be a superlative one? Yeah, I mean, I saw an example in the dictionary, for example, of all the people in the choir. That is a group of singers. Lucifer sang the loudest. Superlative adverb. Do we know the story of Lucifer? Yeah, Lucifer was a good singer who lived in heaven. He was in charge of the choir, the group of singers, but then people got angry with Lucifer and he had to leave. And he changed his name. Well, he kept his name, but he got a new name as well, which was Satan. So Lucifer sang the loudest of all the people in the choir. So sing is the verb, loudest is the superlative. Yeah, as I said, I don't really like those. I would usually use the superlative adjective form. I would say that Lucifer is the loudest singer in the choir. But that's another option. There are many options in English. You could say, of all the people in the choir, Lucifer sang the loudest, if you wanted to. Yeah, Lucifer, yeah, he is the devil now, but before he was the devil, actually he was friends in the Bible, if you read the story with God. and he was actually in charge of the choir, all of the singers, but then he had a big argument with the other angels, and he left heaven and went down to hell and became the devil. But he was a very good singer, apparently, a very good choir master. Okay, on that strange note, it might be time to finish. Okay, usually if I have a studio guest, I ask them to do a review, but unfortunately we don't have any studio guests. Let me go back. So we just looked at the different kinds of adverbs today. First, we reviewed the different parts of speech, the 9 that I'm choosing. And then we focused on adverbs, how they fit in, and the different kinds. First, what an adverb is. It does more than describe a verb. Many people think they just describe a verb, but they do other stuff. They describe adjectives, they describe other adverbs, they describe clauses. That's part of a sentence or a whole sentence. And then we looked at adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of time, frequency, purpose, degree. We didn't look at some of those more unusual. Okay, so this is just really, I don't know what it is. It's a revision live stream, but also it's an introduction live stream because we couldn't really do everything. We just quickly looked at different things. So in the future, I can do more specialist live streams, maybe one on just adverbs of frequency, for example. So I think that is enough for now. Okay, thank you to all who came. Unfortunately, I didn't have many students, just my 2 Indonesian students. Thank you very much, Risa and Nisha. Come to a lot of my live streams and help answer my questions. So I'm going to have to say goodbye now, and my next live stream I think will be, I can't remember. Let me check. Tomorrow, Saturday, I plan to do another one on YouTube, 1 o'clock UK time, 8 o'clock Beijing time, 5:30 Indian time, 7 p.m. Jakarta time. And that should be on the subject of conjunctions if you are interested in coming. Thank you so much, sir, says Nisha. My pleasure, says Risa, also my pleasure. Yeah, so I hope next live stream I have a few more students to help out. Okay, if you have ideas for live stream topics, send me some messages either here or in Hello Talk. So I think I have lots of ideas. I'll just continue doing the simple grammar topics for now, but then I want to do more unusual, interesting things like stories and even little bits of music and other fun things, and your ideas will be welcome. Stage, yes, please come on the stage one day, Risa. I can't remember if I've ever seen you or heard your voice even. So you can come on stage with full camera or just microphone, whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to have a quick bite to eat. That means a small thing to eat before my next private lesson in 5 minutes. Okay, so see you all, and over and out. Bye-bye.